So then they're like, okay, some crazy stuff is going on. So the cops get him set up in this high-rise hotel, and they're like, you're gonna stay here tonight, we're gonna have guards outside the door, and we're gonna figure everything out in the morning, right? He's like, cool. So they put him in this room. There's surveillance footage, right? They put him in this room, goes to bed, there's guards outside the door the whole night. There's like on the footage, you can see it. The next morning, they come to try to get him, he's gone. He disappears, never to be seen again.
I sat through a school safety meeting today, and we went over alien invasion protocols, procedures. What to do if there's an alien invasion.
Why do we need cell towers every 3 miles if the president could call the moon in 1969, honey? It was like the sky covered it up or something. Isn't that crazy? That's the rocket, bro. The big penis rocket that SpaceX sends up, that's it. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Nurse Dre. Thank you for stopping by again. And if the universe has led you here in a crazy twist of fate, please do hit that subscribe button. You will not be disappointed. Today we are watching some creepy ass TikTok videos that are gonna blow your mind. So let's get right into it.
I'm sorry, your school board did what?
I can't believe I sat through a school safety meeting today, and we went over alien invasion protocols, procedures. What to do if there's an alien invasion. Our county really gave us procedures for that. And honestly, I did not process anything that was said during that part.
Do you guys love the little alien right here? I put him in all of my videos on TikTok.
Of the presentation, because I could not believe what I was looking at. Like, anybody else out there get alien invasion protocols? What to do with your students if there's an alien invasion? Just mine? Okay.
Fire drill, hurricane drill, alien apocalypse drill. Coming to a school near you. It's getting crazy out here in these streets. I can't follow for more as long as you can.
You know what? It is getting crazy out here in these streets. Like, how you gonna have an alien invasion drill? And this is what I'm talking about, y'all. The government doing this kind of stuff, you know, like, and y'all out here not believing in aliens, y'all out here not believing in a flat earth and a firmament and all this shit that they talk about in their government documents. Like, come on, choose a fucking struggle.
The Denver airport undergrounds are no longer a mystery. Yes, you heard that right. About 3 weeks ago, Jeffrey Donson, a man from Ohio, embarked on a mission to uncover the hidden depths of the airport. Jeffrey knew the existence of 5 underground levels closed to the public. Determined, he prepared a plan, creating a fake badge and construction vest. From Ohio to the airport staircase, Jeffrey's anticipation grew, but upon reaching the underground levels, a closed door blocked his path. Determined, he decided to wait for the perfect moment, when someone would open the door from the inside. 3 hours later, and after almost giving up, his persistence paid off as someone finally opened the door from the inside, granting him entry. What Jeffrey discovered inside will leave you speechless. He discovered a vast laboratory with water containers with animals and humans. After a brief exploration, Jeffrey knew it was time to leave. When he got home, he posted pictures of his finding online, but within minutes they were taken down. Despite numerous attempts to locate Jeffrey for interviews by the media, he vanished without a trace. Subscribe for part 2. But did you know that...
Okay, so more to come on this shit about these mysterious vanishings and mysterious, like, oh, they died, but they said it was they unlived themselves, but yeah, he got stabbed in the back, and that was just cause of more to come on that, okay? Like, yeah, just watch out for that on the channel. Why do we need cell towers every 3 miles if the president could call the moon in 1969, honey?
Everyone knows about
it. Has nothing to do with calls. It has nothing to do with the internet. It has nothing to do with any of that, because you know why? Most of the internet runs through the ground, first of all. Secondly, all it is to send out messages to our brains, like certain frequencies. That's what they want. They want everybody in the slave frequencies, where you're in that tolerable mode where you can tolerate things and you're quiet about it. You don't get up into an uproar because, you know, Roe v. Wade, or they just want you to go along with everything. That's why. These are patents. This is not me making some conspiracy up. Go look up the patents. You know, look up, what are they called? Just look up direct energy weapon patents, and they will literally be in that section, okay? They'll be right there with it. It's the same shit. Because they use direct energy weapons to send out voice-to-skull technology. Look that up, voice-to-skull. They send out the frequencies that make us lullabied. Shit, girl, all kind of stuff. That's what they're for, and they're not even every 3 miles, because every school has one. Churches have them. You have them in your homes. Like, this shit's everywhere, you know?
Epstein Island. But have you heard about Rothschild's Island?
I don't even know who that is.
The Rothschilds are like the most mainstream name when it comes to the Illuminati. Like, everybody knows about them. But yeah, they bought an island off the coast of Antarctica. Why would you want an island in Antarctica?
Exactly.
Why would anyone go to Antarctica?
I think there could be like secret tunnels they have built in under there.
Your go-to is always secret tunnels.
There's no other reason for them to have an island.
Penguins?
Alright, someone explain this.
No, somebody, hold on, okay? Somebody explain this to me in the comments. Why the fuck would they want an island in Antarctica? It's not to go sunbathing under the palm trees. Why do you think? Let me know down below.
To me. You see these two rainbows here, alright? Which are coming from the reflection of this corner and this corner of the glass. Just like this one is here as well, coming from that corner, as well as this one coming from that corner. So when we see a rainbow,
it means you have too much glass in your house for that toddler.
Outside, in the sky, shaped like this, where is that coming from? The only explanation would be if we were to have some form of rounded glass structure above us. If you've never heard of the firmament, look up the firmament and research and educate yourself. I'm not saying the earth is flat,
Because nobody wants to say
but
that.
it's not a globe.
That's what I'm saying. The North Pole, y'all, we were just talking about this. Look, it's a big ass fucking circle at the North Pole now. There used to be land there. Where'd it get swallowed up into? And why are they hiding it? Look at that. There's something that'll have what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic, believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness. That's it, y'all. That's what I saw. That's the North Pole right now. Okay, so it said research what? Rupus what? Nigra. Rupus nigra. Let's do. I can't reach it. Austin's Black Rock was believed to be a huge magnetic rock, 180 kilometers in diameter, located at the North Pole. It was believed to explain why compasses pointed north. The concept of the Rupus nigra was believed to have originated from the 14th century Franciscan friar who claimed to have explored the North Atlantic. However, he also claimed that any vessel that got too close to the North Pole would be drawn into an abyss, indicating that the concept of the Rupus nigra was a feat of imagination. The Rupus nigra was depicted as a phantom island surrounded by 4 large islands and described by Mercator, remember the Mercator map, as 33 French miles in size. Wow. Phantom Island was believed to be a 33-mile wide magnetic island of black rock located at the magnetic North Pole. And you know what, y'all? That makes a lot of sense. only because I'm putting this shit together, right? Do you know who BlackRock is? BlackRock is like the owner of fucking everything. They got their hands in everything. They have a member on every board. I'm talking Pepsi. I'm talking oil companies. Companies that own oil companies. Like, the United States is basically ran by BlackRock because they have a hand in all of these big corporations' pockets. They also control the stock market. They also own the fucking Federal Reserve that prints our money and gives us loans. Yeah, that Federal Reserve. No, it's not part of the government. It is owned by private entities. Anyways, everybody's pension has to do with BlackRock. Like, everything you could say is magnetized toward that BlackRock company, right? Like, where'd they get that name if that's not where they got their name? You know what I'm saying? That makes so much sense because of that. Land of pygmies and giant magnets. Yeah, we gotta dig into this shit. What's he showing us? Oh, because you can see the whirlpool. Oh, wow. Look at that. He's actually showing it. No way, bro. How'd you find this? Wow. It's literally a whirlpool. What? That's crazy, yo. The reason it's crazy is because if you go on Google Earth, you're not going to find this. It's covered up. And it'll like no clip you out of there. So I don't know how he found this. Look at that. It's an actual whirlpool. I mean, this proves everything. This proves that there's something there. This proves they're hiding something. Oh, I'm dying to know what it is. I want to go there. I think he's trying to get it to clip in, like actually show us what it looks like, but it won't. It won't do. And yeah, there's another whirlpool right there. But what is this? Yeah, what is it? Talk. Ooh, that's wicked looking. I don't even remember what we were talking about, y'all. That's probably what's there. That's what it looks like is there. Space is fake. Gas pressure requires containment. They're using holograms. Yeah. This shit like blinks out at some point too. Fake smoke. Look, it's gonna blink out. Maybe that's not the video. I don't know. Well, the sky's glitching. Something's glitching. It was like the sky covered it up or something. Isn't that crazy? That's the rocket, bro. The big penis rocket that SpaceX sends up. That's it. It's not physical though. What the fuck? They're all in on it too. I don't know about that, but that looks fake fudge. Excuse my language. That looks so fake. That's not real. Yeah, like, look at that. Oh, man. Yeah, it does look like a big penis. Wow.
The CIA knows when the world's gonna end, and here's the proof.
There's a CIA document that came out. It's called the Adam and Eve story. It basically explains how the world is going to end. Has it been true? Well, it makes sense. They say the world is going to end because the poles, North and South Pole, they shift every 12,000 to 15,000 years. And once they shift, it causes a giant apocalypse, big earthquakes, giant tsunamis. Once the apocalypse happens, we go right back to the Stone Age. So according to this information, the first humans similar to us existed around 10,000 years ago. We were in year 2000. So that means that we're at the year 12,000 right now. And now we see global warming, earthquakes, and so on. What's also mind-blowing is that in the book, it says that we are the 6th civilization that came out of the apocalypse. And that would also explain a lot because the Sahara Desert used to be green and the Antarctica used to have forests. So are we just in a constant loop? That's the exact thing the Bible was talking about, the massive fluid. Also, that's what probably happened to Atlantis. It would make sense for a city in the water if the water wasn't there before. So would you believe me if I told you that...
So there's this science company that watches the poles shift. They measure the shift because it is shifting as we speak. It's not like this sudden thing right now, but it is slowly shifting. So they would like measure it every 5 years or so. Well, it used to be every 10 years. Now it's every 5 years up until 2020. And in 2019-2020 area, they noticed that it was starting to shift a whole lot faster to the point that they're having to measure it every 6 months to a year now. It's shifting that fast now. So if it had slowly done this over the last 12,000 years and suddenly it starts speeding up, does that mean we're in for a ride here pretty soon? What do you think? I don't know.
What are you eating over there?
We eat, depends, right? Like in the summertime, we do eat more plants. But the thing is, after June 1st, like end of May, a lot of plants become poisonous. So until then, poison level is not as high, so we can pretty much eat any plants if we want. Even tree leaves are fine. But after June 1st, we have to be a lot careful what mushroom that we pick up, what plants we eat. We eat a lot of, in the fall, we eat a lot of grasshoppers and a lot of bugs. And then in the winter is the time when we a lot of eat frozen, potatoes or a dried cabbage like that. And spring is where we die. We call spring is the season of death.
It is.
Because right before anything grows in nature. And winter time, all our stock's gone. And it's hard to find even one single rat to eat in the spring.
It sounds like all of the food comes from what you grow, or talk about eating insects.
Mm-hmm.
Does the state provide any food?
Right, you cannot grow them because we cannot own a land. The land is a country's, right? The regimes is a collective farm. So we are forced to work in a collective farm all year, like 10 hours a day minimum. Then when the harvest comes, what they do, they come and take all the harvest away. They don't give it to the farmers. They give you maybe a little bit of like potatoes, and then what they do is like, this is a royalty grain. So you need to submit this grain to the government to show your royalty, otherwise you get punished. So this is thing called the royalty grain that we always have to give it to the regime, despite we don't have anything. And the regime determines that they decided somehow it's easy to do socialism when there are less people. And it's easy to control the population when they are starving. Mm-hmm. Because as a North Korean, all day you are thinking about is how I'm gonna find the next meal. If you make one day, you're not knowing if you're gonna make it tomorrow, right? So you're constantly just thinking about only finding food and surviving. Then regime knows that they don't need to worry about us, because we are not gonna thinking about starting revolution.
This is known as the most
Yeah, she's talking about North Korea. She escaped, and her story is quite amazing. You should check it out.
convincing case of time travel in the history of the world.
There's been a lot.
So they were like, okay, what's her name? They look her up, track her down, they go and talk to her, right? She's in her 70s at this point. She was like, he was my boyfriend in the 50s, and one day he just vanished. He ended up disappearing. He came back 2 years later. He showed her a photo of him as an old man in this city with these giant skyscrapers, and he said, this is me in Kyiv in 2050. So he left, never to be seen again. So they're like, okay, this is weird. So then they start doing more deep diving. Turns out there was a guy named Sergei Ponomarenko in 1950 something who actually vanished, looked just like him, same description, same age that this guy claimed to be, went missing in Kyiv and never heard of again.
No.
So then they're like, okay, some crazy stuff is going on. So the cops get him set up in this high-rise hotel, and they're like, you're gonna stay here tonight, we're gonna have guards outside the door, and we're gonna figure everything out in the morning, right? He's like, cool. So they put him in this room. There's surveillance footage, right? They put him in this room, goes to bed, there's guards outside the door the whole night. There's like on the footage you can see it. The next morning they come to try to get him, he's gone. He disappears, never to be seen again.
Where's the footage, bro? Why do you say that? And you don't show the footage? Come on. That's crazy. Did he dive into like some portal somewhere? Like what happened to him? These stories are crazy. We gotta go over some of these stories. What a video. So that's the video, guys. If the universe has led you here in a crazy twist of fate and you think it's worth it, please do hit that subscribe button. I would much appreciate it and you won't regret it. And for everybody else, thank you so much for being a part of my channel. I really appreciate that too. You are all loved and cherished so much by me. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.